It's been 1 year now since U of A Atmospheric Science Department head Thomas Meixner was shot and killed on campus. An expelled graduate student is awaiting his murder trial in the killing. Well, today, the university community remembered Thomas Meixner with a memorial. KGUN 9's Craig Smith is live from where it took place. Craig.
The service honored Thomas Meixner's commitment to science and to his faith. Now, the murder and what led up to it shook faith in the university administration, but now there are signs there is some progress in restoring that faith. Thomas Meixner drew strength from his Catholic faith. Meixner was an expert on how water affects the world. Father Emmanuel Taylor compared Meixner to the power of water to move things and to help them grow. Chris Castro is acting chair of atmospheric sciences now. He talked of the joy of working with his colleague and friend and the pain he still feels from the trauma of Meixner's murder. After the murder, investigators found there was a series of threats before the murder from the man now charged with the killing. That led the Meixner family and the faculty senate to criticize the administration for not moving effectively to protect the campus before threats escalated to murder. Professor Jenny Lee led the faculty senate committee that wrote a report very critical of the administration. But she says since then, there has been progress to make the university safer.
Well, among the challenges was who was that key point person that we can go to? Do we call UAPD? Do we call this or that office? And there wasn't clarity. And now we have a chief public safety officer who I know has been quite responsive. And now we have a strengthening unit called TAMPed. And I have heard from those around campus that they do feel they're being heard in ways that they didn't before.
Now, KGUN 9 has done stories about some of those changes. They involve physical changes like locks, power locks and panic buttons, but also human factors like how to better assess a human threat before someone is hurt. Reporting live at the University of Arizona, Craig Smith, KGUN 9.
Craig, thank you. The department Thomas Meixner left behind is still mourning and honoring his memory a year later. KGUN 9's Ryan Fish went to the building that was the site of the shooting, but more importantly, it's where his colleagues and friends are moving forward.
Dr. Thomas Meixner was the head of the Department of Hydrology and Atmospheric Sciences here at the U of A, and I sat down with the man who took over for him. He talked about what it's been like losing a colleague and losing a friend.
We're just two average guys trying to run a world-class department.
That's how Professor Chris Castro remembers his time working with Thomas Meixner nearly every day.
I miss my friend, and I think about him every day, and I hope that in the shoes that I was forced to fill, I'm doing the best I can.
Before last October's tragedy, Castro says he was a victim of harassment from the alleged shooter. Castro was not here at the Harshbarger building the day of the shooting, but it left him devastated.
I couldn't concentrate well, couldn't sleep. I had survivor's guilt. I was teaching a class, and just to get through the semester,